Hey there, gamer. Do you like thick thighs? Do you like big butts? Do you like nice physiques? Do you enjoy overly sexualized robots?
How titillating! Rebellious dominant men really turn me on.
Oh, I'll turn you on, all right, just...
Then you come to the right place. Atomic Heart is a post-World War II utopian world where the Soviet Union is flourishing and humans live in harmony with their loyal robots, created by the great and somehow successfully ran communist nation. This game is brought to you by Munfish, a studio that was founded in Moscow and funded in part by Russian investors, but is currently located in Cyprus. There is actually a lot of controversy with this game and its ties due to the current ongoing conflict in Ukraine. You can go on and Google and read all about it. There's drama. But nonetheless, that's kind of out of my realm, and we're here to talk about the game itself. So the gameplay, is it good? In general, it is pretty enjoyable. I will say this, I played the game from start to finish, with the main focus obviously being on the storyline, as it caught my interest, and that's hard to do nowadays with single player games. The game is gorgeous, and in some ways reminds me of BioShock. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm just a sucker for anything with like Slavic aesthetics, even if it's Soviet Union communist propaganda being spewed in my face. This game has like a very unique atmosphere, and the level design is top notch. So props to the devs. Beautiful game. And you know, why does the main character looks like he drinks IPAs? He looks far from like a typical Soviet agent. I don't know, it's just weird. His stylish looks or whatever. Mechanics are good. Like the gunplay was fun, dodging worked good, skills that you learn are fun, the movement. There wasn't really anything for me to complain about in terms of the mechanic aspects of the game. The AI can sometimes be dumb, but then again, you're primarily fighting robots, so I can't like judge that, I don't think. And like they still kick my ass, so it's hard to kind of judge that. I did enjoy the skill systems in the game. My favorite being telekinesis, which is, from what I read, is like one of the best skills in the game. It's pretty OP, which makes sense because I maxed it out quickly and like I blew through storyline pretty quickly with how easily you can kill mass groups of robots and stuff with it. The guns themselves, I primarily ended up using the shotgun as my main go-to, like you get like the beginning of the game. Like a fully upgraded, the KS-23, like it will tore through anything really. So it's like, it was my main gun. And then for backup, I used the AK for more range type stuff. And then, you know, you eventually get like a rocket launcher, and there's other guns you can use as well, but I didn't really explore them. I really just stuck with the KS-23 and the AK. And I was not a fan of going to zones to unlock weapon parts and upgrades and having to figure out the annoying puzzles. Also not a fan of the puzzle locks that are literally on almost every freaking door. That drove me nuts. Like, I feel like the devs put in all these puzzles to just slow you down. Like, I don't even, like, at some point I'm like, why am I doing the puzzle again and again? Like, every door I stopped at had a freaking door lock puzzle. It was stupid annoying, but you know, whatever. So I wasn't a fan of that at all. The storyline though, itself, was good up until the ending. The ending was terrible. And you know, I understand there is like another version of an ending. Like you have two versions from my understanding. And depending on how you choose your options is how you go. But like the main story ending usually will get first unless you know what to do. And I looked it up. It looked just as disappointing as the primary ending. And you know, I was just not a fan of how the game ended. I felt like there's just a lot of unanswered questions. The game had a lot of lore, and from, you know, finding the watches that have all these conversations of lore, to the things you can, the little computers you can read, to the conversations with, you know, the NPCs and the robots and all the stuff in there. I feel like this game probably could have had a lot more put into it in terms of just like, I don't know, maybe like more side quest or just more stuff to go off of. And they probably could have harped on it better. So I'm not sure if Mundfish plans to add more of a continuation of story or DLCs with this game, but I would think it would be a good idea. I feel like the lore itself has a lot of potential with how unique the game feels to me. And like I said, it gives me kind of BioShock vibes. So like, I feel like they kind of dropped the ball at the end of the storyline with this game. And you know, I don't know what they plan on doing, if this is it, but they dropped the ball on the story, in my opinion. But overall, like gameplay, the sounds, the graphics, the performance of the game was great. Absolutely great FPS. And, you know, the storyline minus the ending and the game lore itself, it's all well put together and good. But is the game worth, you know, $60 that you can get on Steam or wherever else? I'd say no. It's not worth $60. I feel like maybe $60 in terms of the mechanics and the aesthetics, but for how short the storyline is and how there's not really much to do, I don't think it's a $60 game from what I experienced. And even like the open world-ish stuff, it lacked a lot of content besides the main story. And you know, having to drive a little red car from point A to B that freaking would blow up when you touched a tree was annoying. And I just don't think the price of the game is worth the money. But I do recommend, if you do want to play this game, which I do say it's playable, I say you should pick up the Xbox Game Pass. You know, buy the 1 month pass for like $9.99. Play it, beat it, boom, saved a bunch of money. It's out there. But, you know, besides that, Atomic Heart, it's not a bad game. I'd definitely recommend checking it out. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's a little bit longer of a review talk than I normally do, but you know, I played it from start to finish, so I felt like I had more of a say. Anyways, thanks for watching.
Fucking like and subscribe.